Hello guys, welcome to another video. Second video, huh? In 2 years, well, what can I say? If you haven't watched the previous video on the channel, it's kind of essential that you do really, because this one is a follow-up of that one. In that video we spoke a little bit about what's coming up next, why the channel name has changed, and what the plan is and what we're doing here today. So in this video I'm going to attempt to start the Nanda NB5 Buggy, featuring an SH.21 Nitro engine, and I'm also going to attempt to start the HPI Pulse 4.6, which is sat chilling over there. I'm going to start with this one. Now, a couple of years ago I did do a video on that one, which hasn't been used since that video, on how to start a Nitro engine after a number of years. So this video isn't so much going to be a tutorial as such, so if you're looking for how to do this, then please check out the video that we did a couple of years ago. But what this video can be used for is just for educational purposes, see what I did and how I got it going, if I got it going. Entertainment purposes really, just seeing how it went, because I think this kind of hobby is the kind of hobby that, you know, you use the car and then probably it's going to get stored for a long time, maybe your interests change, or it could be just a seasonal hobby as well, you know. So what we're going to do, I'm going to grab the camera over, I'm just going to have a little look over the car, then we're going to check the glow plug, and I'll talk you through these steps, and then hopefully she'll fire up. Okay, so here he is then. So first thing I'm going to do is just have a visual inspection of the car, make sure everything is looking good. Now today I haven't actually got the radio system sorted, but that's fine, we don't need the radio to sort it, but I'm just going to remove the air filter. And the reason I'm doing that is because we don't have the radio system, I want to be able to see what the carb opening gap is, because we're going to have to control this by hand. So I'm going to set it to about 1.5 millimeters, which is where it is at the moment. Next thing I'm going to do, I think, is just remove the glow plug. So let's take out the glow plug. Here's my 4-way wrench. And yeah, it's going to do that to me, that's fine. Get it out like that. Don't lose the little, where are you? Yeah, don't lose the little ring. There we go. Can we see that? Good. Just taking a little moment to get gone. I mean, the thing is, there's no point trying to start the engine if the glow plug is dodgy. So it's always worth checking that. Now what you could do at this point is put a little bit of fuel directly into the carburetor and or into the top of the piston. I'm not going to do that because it looks quite wet in there already. I assume it's probably got after-run oil in it, and I don't want to flood the engine with that. So let's tighten up the glow plug. Remember, don't over tighten, get it to stop, and that is plenty. Let's check the compression then. So pulling the starter, that feels okay to me. And I've got a little bit of fuel here I'm going to use. Now normally I would recommend, you know, empty the fuel out. I mean, there's none in there anyway, but I'd recommend cleaning the fuel tank out, because fuel can go a little bit like jelly. Nitro fuel goes a little bit like jelly after it's been sat for a while. So let's just put a little bit in there, not after too much. And now we're going to prime the engine in the normal way, block the exhaust, pull the starter, and I'm looking for fuel to go through into the carburetor. Okay. There's fuel in there now, I can tell because I can see the fuel going into the carb, and the starter is feeling a little bit firmer. Right, so I think we'll give it a go. So I'm going to move the camera back over there, and then we'll try and start this one. When it does start, I'm not going to let it run for too long because it's a bit noisy. We just want to see today if they start and how easy it was. Back over there, so just to summarise then, fuel is in the tank, fuel has gone into the carb, the glow plug is working. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't start. Turn the carb up a little bit. Is that still illuminated? Yeah. Not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Let's do a little bit more priming. Let's open that one. Definitely fuel in there. Yeah, we don't know what settings the carb is tuned to. Let's try it now. I'm a little bit more hopeful this time. Oh, yeah, I can feel it. here he goes. So this one running absolutely fine, ran very, very nicely there. These pull start slipping a little bit, but often that can just simply be when the cord and the components get a little bit damp, which they could easily do in that garage. So I'm hoping that will probably just fix itself. If not, that's an easy fix. But yeah, absolutely fine. I mean, obviously I haven't been able to test any of the electronics today because I haven't got the batteries and stuff that I require, but I don't see why they wouldn't be okay. But even if they're not, again, it's only a very small thing. So I'm just going to take the fuel out of it and I'll put this one aside. I'm going to move on to the Pulse 4.6 now. I'm not going to talk too much on that one. I'm just going to leave the camera rolling, give it a go, and then it's all exactly the same process really as this one. So we're going to give that a go and we'll see how that one gets on. See you in a minute. Okay, cool. Well, I think that's enough really. We know it runs. I've noticed that the seal in the fuel tank lid, I was talking about that in the last video earlier, has actually gone. So therefore it is struggling to send the fuel through to the carb, which is why I ended up putting some fuel directly into the carb. But that will of course affect the tuning and stuff like that. So that's something that needs to be looked at. But apart from that, seems good. So I guess the next thing really is getting some new parts for these, replacing them, getting them up together, and then who knows, bashing outings and getting stuff back in action. If there's anything in particular you would like to see, please drop a message down below. Please follow me on Facebook as well, where you can get in touch with me. Okay, thanks for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye for now.